What's up, guys? Back with another video. Today's theme is breakfast, so we're going with a breakfast bacon egg sandwich. I got my inspiration from watching a video of First We Feast, but I'm adding my own twist. I'll put that video in the link description below. So let's begin. So we got our bacon, natural hardwood smoked bacon. We got cheddar. There was 3 types of cheddars. We went with mild. We got rice wine vinegar, sriracha mayo for sriracha mayo, onions for caramelized onions, and green onions for garnish. So this is the day after I made the video, but I just realized while editing that I lost the intro, so I'm remaking it, but I just don't have the eggs or the bun. But I'll just put it in the slides next, so you know which one to buy. Let's begin.
So let's get started. So we're gonna get our eggs and hamburger buns. You want to go with soft and fluffy hamburger buns. So right now we're gonna make our sriracha mayo, the sauce for our buns, around 3/4 mayo and 1/4 sriracha, because you want it more creamy than spicy. And we add a little bit of rice vinegar and you just stir it up, and that's all you need to do here. And I cut some green onions beforehand, so I'm just throw some green onions beforehand, and after that you want to put that into the fridge to marinate, I guess, as you can see here. Now we will be cutting up the onions. You see me cleaning and peeling the onions. It took a while, so I'm just gonna cut it here in 3, 2, 1, boom, we're done. So now I'm just peeling a little bit of leftovers, cutting it in half. We want to cut it into slices, but do not cut up too far, because if you cut up too far, you're gonna cut up the top and you're gonna start crying. That's not what you want. So you want to cut until near the top, and then you're gonna want to cut the top off, and so you don't cry as much. And now you just see me peeling the onions, and now we're gonna get ready to cook the onions. A little drop there, and now we're gonna clean the pan and we're gonna get ready to cook. So now we're just gonna start cooking and caramelizing our onions. So we're gonna start with heating up our pan, putting some olive oil in there, and we're gonna start throwing in our onions, our cut onions. And we're gonna put some salt on the onions so it takes up some of the moisture of the onions. That's what we want. And after that, it should look like this in 3, 2, 1, boom. Now the onions are done, and we're just gonna put it to the side. And now we're almost done prepping. We just need to do our bacon. So now we are gonna start cooking our bacon. After this, we're gonna be done prepping and we could start cooking our eggs. So what you want to do is put around 2 to 3 pieces of bacon on your pan with no oil, because there'll be oil from the bacon already, and you don't want too much oil in the pan, because if there's too much oil in the pan, the oil is gonna start flying out of nowhere and it's gonna burn. So that's not what you want. So after you're waiting for your bacon to crisp, you want to put a plate to the side, put some Bounty, and pick up all the excess oil, because you don't want your bacon to be too oily, and you want to dab it on both sides. So once your bacon is done and crispy, that's what you want to do. So after that, I'm just going to use a Bounty and clean up most of the oil from the bacon. I was thinking, why not cook the caramelized onions on the bacon fat? So that's what I did, and because I wanted a little bit more brown on the onions, so I wanted to cook it a little bit more. So that's what I did. After the onions are starting to brown a little bit more, put it to the side so it could cool off. And now we're just gonna cut some bacon and let's play some music. So now we are done with prepping, and now we are cooking our eggs. You want to crack your eggs on a cold pan. You do not want to put it on the stove yet. So we want to put around a quarter of a butter, since we used around 7 or 8 eggs, and we want to use a quarter of a stick of butter. And now we're just gonna start stirring, and let me play some music over it, and we will be cooking it soon. After stirring vigorously, now we are gonna start cooking it. We do not want to put it on super high heat because you don't want your eggs to burn. So you want to do low and slow, and you want to keep on stirring it because you do not want it to be burnt on the bottom, because we do not want it as an omelet. So just keep stirring and stirring until it gets to a gooey consistency, or like an uncooked consistency, because that's what you want. And now we're just gonna toast up our hamburger buns while we are cooking the eggs. The kind of consistency you want on your egg. It looks a little bit undercooked, but that's where you want it. So now after we're done toasting the bread, we're just gonna get our sriracha mayo, and we're gonna start making this sandwich. So let's do it. Getting the buns from the pan, it's all toasted up, and we're just gonna add a little pepper to the sriracha mayo, and we're just gonna spread it. Since we didn't have a knife, we're gonna use a spoon. So we're just gonna add eggs onto our bun. After that, we're gonna throw some pieces of bacon. They're all crispy bacon. Now we're just gonna start cooking our cheese. So what we are doing here is we're just turning up the pan just to melt our cheese so it could stick onto the bacon and eggs, so it stays together and not move around while you're eating it. So as the cheese is melting on the soft eggs and bacon, we want to put some caramelized onions, soft caramelized onions, and after the onions, we are done from there. That's how we make the bacon, egg, caramelized onions, cheese sandwich. Picture for you guys to see how amazing this thing looks. So let's start with the taste. This sandwich was actually really good. I always, when I make these videos, I always cook in bulk, and I gave it to I made one for my sister, family, her boyfriend, aunts and uncles. They said it was really good. Hey, this thing is something different. So if you wanted to make your breakfast sandwich, this is the one of the ways you can go. So always thank you guys for watching. If you want to see the spaghetti and meatballs video that I made a month ago or 2 weeks ago, should be on to your left, and if you want to see some video game gameplay, it'll be on your right. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna be posting another one today since I didn't post one yesterday, and we're gonna post every day of spring. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.